So hello everybody, we're back again for another day of trading. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're back for another trading day. I draw the levels on there. So preferably when 10 o'clock we want to see if we're gonna target previous day's highs for sells above previous day's highs or buys below the 50% daily range here. So buys down here or sells above here. That's what we're looking for today. So I'm just gonna label that. I'll just label it. Now, I have a feeling the week is going to end bullish. I'm not sure if today will be bullish, but if it is, I'll be buying from down here. Now, with the CPI news, we actually interacted with many levels that we previously had, such as yesterday's 8:30 open, yesterday's midnight open, yes, and then today's Asian low. There may be a trade from this 8:30 level sell down, but I'm not interested in that. I'm waiting for price to go above previous day's highs currently. Potential buy off 8:30, but again, I'm just going to be patient. I really don't want to take any buys in a premium. I want to take them in a discount. So that means I want buys below the 50% of the daily range, and I want sells above. Now I want to see these equal highs be ran. These equal highs, these to me, these are equal highs. I want to see them be ran. Um, is there like a brush tool? Hold on one second. Brush. Okay. So I want to see these equal highs to be ran. Let's see if those equal highs will be ran. I'm gonna put a little text in there just to equal highs must be ran. So I'm assuming that price is going to run above these levels. See if we have an arrow tool. Arrow tool. Try the marker. So I want to see price go above and then come back down low. And then from there, I think I want to favorite that tool actually like it. Marker. And then I want to see it then buy up. Now, will it do that for the whole day? Not entirely sure. But with the levels in mind, I want you to think about yesterday. We're looking to be a seller in a premium, so anything above the 50% level, also above previous day high, would be a premium. So currently we're in a premium, so you could get away with sells. But to me, I think what we're going to do is trap sellers, take them out, reinvigorate sells, then go back into buy. So if I miss it, I miss it. I'm currently just sitting on my hands. So in a sense, these are equal lows being ran right here. So equal lows being ran to then go up. 8:30 open, so a potential buy. I'm not interested in any buys off of this level because we're in a premium currently. I would be interested in buys off of these levels because those are in a discount. Now this may run up 5 points. This could be a trade for you. I'm currently just practicing staying in alignment with the higher time frame. So I will be leaving that 8:30 buy alone. But if you look, you can see that buy. So I marked that line. And then how much points did it run? Let's see. That is about, it already ran about 5 points, 5 points currently. So that would have been a 5-point trade right there off of the 8:30 open. Again, I'm looking for price to take out previous day's high and then return back into the range. Now this could be wrong, but that is what I'm expecting based on higher time frame confluences. We're also now at a macro high for a possible B buy. So could get a B buy from here to the next highs based on the macros. So essentially, this is the macro level I'm looking at. Looks like it may bounce from there up, but I want to take out those previous day's highs. Now this could have been formed as a trade, the 8:30 buy here, but again, that's not what I was interested in. Now you saw the last 2 days. I think using the higher time frame confluence, it worked, but I just had to be a little bit more patient to be a little bit cleaner. I was a little impatient, so it was a little dirty. So today I'm gonna be very patient to try to get on the right side of the V of the sell, above the previous day's high, looking to take out that news wick that CPI created. So the probability is extremely increased in taking the sells above the previous day high level. I want to see if we're just going to reverse off it or if we're going to create market structure up to higher time frame fib extensions. Yesterday we took a higher time frame fib extension of zero point 0.5 sell, so that worked good yesterday. The day before that, I believe that we started buying at the zero point 0.5, but it went all the way down to, well, the zero point 0.5 within the range, it went all the way down to like the 0.7 in the range. So just thinking to wait until it actually hits a level that it wants to reverse off of and then make a decision. That 8:30 trade would have played, that B trade would have currently be in profit. Again, I'm leaving that alone for the potential sells. Now, this may be trying to do too much prediction. We will find out. But 8:30 was used as a buying point at 9:20. Now here at 9:50, 8:30 could have given you 5 points. And that's something I do have to work on. Although I am confident in selling above here, sometimes I got to take that initial trade from the level. And I think those last 2 days I kind of skipped. I missed that as well. I missed the London high buy yesterday early, and the day before I missed, I believe multiple sells and buys between 8:30 and midnight open, all just waiting for a higher time frame push, which eventually worked out. But it's just the framework that I'm going with. I want to make sure that I'm having the higher time frame in mind. So equal highs must be ran. We ran them. I want these equal lows to be ran. But again, I want to sell above previous day's highest range. Very specific. The premium of the premium. Okay, we're approaching previous day's high. Let's see how we react there. We may expand through it to a premium extension level, or we may have an immediate reversal in which I will look to enter the right side of the V. So now we are piercing previous day's high. We are not selling the immediate rejection. We're going to let price action print. Unless it fails or struggles there, then we would just sell it. But it looks like it's not going to just stop. So about being patient. So the buys off 830 would have worked. Was a little bit too passive on that, but that's okay. Be patient. So it's a good thing I didn't just sell the rejection. But the 830 buys would have been a great trade so far. I might sell this. I'm gonna enter a sell here.
Order filled.
5 points. See. It's CPI day, so I may just take 5 and run. All right, let's see if we will break back through previous day's high. So it may have rejected out of that fair value gap to go up, so this may be incorrect trade, but if it can invalidate the fair value gap and give us an inverse gap, that will be good. I like the weakness of that green candle that closed after the big bullish one. That's why I entered the trade. I saw that the body was staying within the wick high of that candle. So that seemed like a good sign as far as price not making newer highs. So let's see if that actually plays out or if it's a 5 point loss. It's not even 10 yet, so I may should have just waited until 10. trade seems to be invalidated. Let's see if the stop will get hit.
Stop filled.
Stop for a loss. A little overzealous. Should have just took the 830A. Ended up taking a C, trying to trade above the level, back to the level, without the actual perfect rejection. So we'll try another trade again soon enough. Just give us a moment. Flattened all the positions. Yeah, that wasn't optimal. Should have just took the 830, especially if I'm gonna draw the line going. Let's see if we can get it to confirm bearish bias. Let's see. This might be it. I'll
Order
try it one
filled.
more time. Should have waited till after 10 again, but got a little overzealous. Let's see if this works. Looks like it might fail again. This is gonna get stopped. Let's see if it works out. It's 10 o'clock. That's when I really should have started looking for the trade, but let's see if this will work. Overzealous. What I'll do is I'll add a sell stop, so we'll enter into more trades once we get into profit.
Order submitted. Not sure how good this is looking. Yeah, the lesson again should have been just taking the 830 trade and calling it a day. That's 3 days in a row now, not taking the level and trying to trade a higher time frame level back to it, which
resulted in early losses, which sucks. Let's see if it'll actually flip bearish because we're above previous day's high. My key failing today was not using a higher time frame extension level, as well as not just using the 830 level. Flat out, simply put, should have just used 830. It was right there in my face, but I'm busy drawing a tool bait off of it instead of taking the actual trade. So then now I'm hoping that it'll return to 50% of the range, to put me in profit, or to at least give me a chance. But again, being patient. Let's see if we get a melt at least back down to 50% of the range. Uh, yeah, this was a bad setup. So that's two C setups that I took without actually having a confirmation candle or anything, just getting kind of overzealous. Let's see.
Order canceled.
Yep, so that's it. I'm gonna actually take a break because the easy 830 buy, I didn't take it. Now it just seems like I'm almost chasing in a sense, so I just gotta relax. That's two shorts that weren't A's, trying to force them. We're gonna hit our first extension level. We never even hit an extension level, and I'm taking the short. That's a key failing today. Taking the shorts without it hitting the daily time frame extension level, not taking that 830 buy which presented itself, not taking the B buy which presented itself, being focused on taking C's above a level without any additional levels to push us. So let's see if we can get back in alignment right now. Or I'll just take a second. Yeah, no, you were wrong, Bruce. That's it. That's a flat out just being wrong in terms of expecting the sales from above the premium, but not waiting for actual level confirmation above the premium, and eh, it's a little disappointing. 8:30 was given right in my face at 9:45. I opted to not take that. This could be a rejection off the 0.25 level. Try that. I don't know if I'm even gonna try that. I don't think so. Maybe I'll just wait. I think I might just stop. Might stop. Let's see. So where you went wrong today was equal lows were ran. You should have bought the 8:30 open. Hold it. Too focused on selling above previous day's high without the right side of it being confirmed. So it sucks losing two trades that aren't A's. Even if the first one was close to previous day's high, let's say that one was A, the second one was a C. So this could have been an A trade from here. These bounces could have been A trades. It looks like it's going to get to the 0.5 extension. May just have to sit back and just wait. Could this be it? But wait, you're not trading candlestick. This is not a strat. A strat is a levelist. This might be the sell.
Order filled.
Let's see if this sell will take us back to the range.
Order submitted.
For real. Are you retarded? I think I'm gonna target a 50% of this range. 6566. That's fine.
Order filled. Come on. Above previous day's high, so we're selling in a premium. That's correct. Market structure shift on that lower 1 minute time frame occurred. Let's see if we can get it shift back to previous day's high at least to mitigate the drawdown plus a little bit of profit, and then we'll rebalance for another trade. Order submitted.
I want to get a rebalance back down to previous day's high. 6566 would be the exit. Wait, what? 65. Damn. Gotta hold it and wait.
MNQ looks a little bearish, so hopefully it all continues to be bearish together. Let's see if it flows. We're in a premium, so that's why I'm looking for a sell. We can touch previous day's high without dipping back into the range. Just take profit slightly above previous day's high, so we don't even actually have to hit it. We just got to get close to it. Might have put too much on these candles, confirming them. The concept is rejection off the higher time frame level, the 0.25. So we can reject back to previous day's high aggressively, wipe out a large portion of those buyers. Let's see. I just adjusted the stops. Let's see. That candle makes me hopeful. I don't like the feeling of being hopeful, but it does make me hopeful. See if we can melt back down. To previous day's high, the 50% of that bullish push up, 6566. %50 of the range. We're targeting 50% of this bullish range. See if we can get it. Let me get it. Damn it. Come on. It doesn't look good. Not looking good. I should have just bought 830. Should have just bought that. But now I'm in a sell off of the 0.25 of the daily level. And it's just stalling. See if it goes. Let's see. Might be going. See if we can get it back to previous day's high. MNQ looks like it's going bearish as well, so hopefully it's all happening at the same time. Even if it's just to the 50% level of this bullish push up, I've noticed the price typically retraces to at least a 50%, so that's a safe target, I assume. Let's see if we can get lower. I don't like how that candle closed. See if this works. We're above previous day's high, so we're selling in a premium. We're trading back to previous day's high. See if we can get that. Have to be really just patient. Patient here, patient, being patient. Uh, you have to just use the levels. You're not using levels properly. You're using extensions to get back to levels. It's supposed to be less risk, not more. Oh, hell no. Might be over here. Hi. What's up, Bryson? How you doing? Hi. Hello. Come on, go down. This is not a good trade, actually. This is a sad trade. Just close it. It's not going your way. Just close it. Close this. Close this. Close this. Close this.
Order
Bad
filled.
day. Bad day. Oop. Bad day. These probably blue. God damn. It's obvious it's going up.
Order filled.
It's obvious it's going up to the 0.5 level. But you're too simpleton to pay attention to it. You're trying to sell back down to the 830 level when it's obviously not going there. And it's just annoying. It's just annoying, bro. Why didn't you just buy at 830?